So then, as the race got underway under safety car, we had a few laps of learning before, after 3 laps under the safety car, the race control said, let's do this. And David Drew immediately responded by moving into 3rd place at the expense of Matthias Bjerre-Jacobsen. The CLX Motorsport car would make some heady progress towards the front of the order, while Bjerre-Jacobsen did a very good job, in some cases outpacing the man behind him, that being Pierre Caffer. Bjerre-Jacobsen in his first appearance racing in an LMP3 car, putting in a mighty performance. The number 1 of Danny Soufi with some slides along the way, as we saw, but slightly better conditions than we had in 2024. A little less fear of aquaplaning this time around for Soufi. Matthias Bjerre-Jacobsen running off the circuit at one point, and that put him back into the clutches of Pierre Caffer as he rejoined, spraying gravel all over the place. Caffer would try and make a move, but unfortunately further forward in 2nd place, Lawrence Hurt let go of the rear of that DKR Engineering car, possibly just touching the white line and pirouetting him away into, unfortunately, an early bath. They would very shortly thereafter switch over to John Brownson and would continue the race a lap down. I did think there were sparks coming out of the car there, but it was gravel after all. My eyes deceived me earlier on. Nonetheless, after a brief safety car period to recover that DKR Engineering car, the race would go green. From there, the pit window would open a little later than scheduled, and that meant that Danny Soufi would have to do some overtaking over the remaining 15 minutes or so that were left once the pit window had come to its end. This was the pit stop for Pierre Caffer, which seemed to take quite a long time. Caffer was in the pits for the better part of a lap longer before handing over to his co-driver Michael Doppelmayr. Racing experience in installing Wolfgang Peyer in place of Matthias Bjerre-Jacobsen, and Peyer would briefly be at the front of the order. However, Danny Soufi was charging from behind him, flashing the headlights and very quickly shrinking the gap before moving into 2nd and then moving into the lead. Quentin Joseph was briefly our race leader post-pit stop cycle, post-handicaps in the pit lane, and once Soufi got into the lead, he wouldn't look back. Wolfgang Peyer having a moment in the number 12 Racing Experience car that he would collect up and continue on his way, but just a few moments after that was the final action of the race for Michael Doppelmayr, sliding at turn 12, rear axle embedding itself into the gravel trap, and from there there's not often much chance of recovery. Full course yellow came out, neutralised the field until the checkered flag flew. Nonetheless, a slight sideways moment there from Danny Soufi on the final lap, just to go out with a flourish. And under full course yellow conditions, he would take the checkered flag and yet another full haul of points, with a very successful beginning to his 2025 Prototype Winter Series title defence. So then Soufi wins the day. Quite a significant margin at the end there, of course, inflated by the full course yellow. Quentin Joseph in 2nd place for CLX Motorsport. Philip Lindberg of High Class Racing knits a podium in 3rd position. He may well have had 2nd had the full course yellow not come out. He was very close to Quentin Joseph at the end. Wolfgang Peyer in 4th position. John Brownson gets the DKR Engineering car home in 5th place, and Michael Doppelmayr will be classified in P6, despite not quite reaching the flag in the end.